We talk guns, we talk watches, we talk tanks, we talk knives, we talk flashlights, and a whole bunch of other stuff in any given review, dudes. That's the way it works here in TMP, and most TMPers, I'm talking like 99%, like it that way. Yeah, I could crank out a 2-minute review on these two watches if I really wanted to. 2 minutes, we'd be said and done. Cranking on down the road. Go to Deep Blue's website if you want to know the basics. I always say that. Go to the manufacturer's website. But if you're on YouTube, like me, you're looking for information, fun, entertainment. You'll get that with this review. Kind of like my take on this plane right here. The S3 Viking and the dudes who flew it. Now that is a big model for the tabletop. Really, it's too big. 1/72nd scale. I forget the manufacturer of this particular one. Not sure if it's on here. Here's the information. S3A Viking, 1978, the VS-24, the Scouts. Harpoon missiles. I always liked how the S3 looked. I just thought it looked cool. Kind of like the A6 Intruder. Just a really cool plane. So this was a sub hunter, right? I do know more than a few guys who flew the S3s. And I'll say this, from my limited knowledge about the community, those guys are pretty cool. I like hanging out with S3 guys. They're down to earth. They've got some great stories. They're fun. They don't take themselves too seriously. They flew an interesting plane. Yeah, and I like S3 guys. They're cool. Cool. And it's sad that plane's gone. I mean, the S3 I thought was fantastic. They have other planes doing that same thing and helicopters that supposedly do the ASW roll, but it's in the project coming out of the Nut and Fancy Aviation Museum. It's going to roll out of the way here so we can make room for some other stuff. Man, that's a great model. So cool. A lot of guys learning about aviation, specifically military aviation, and actually armor too here in the project as we talk about such cool stuff as this right here. More Deep Blue watches. Let me apologize. Kind of. I do talk about the brand a lot. I know it. But it's my favorite dive watch brand. No, they don't pay me to say that. No, they don't give me free stuff to say that. It's just genuine. I like the aesthetics. I like the quality and value levels of Deep Blue. I have multiple reviews out there already. This will tag on to, I guess, this review right here. This was posted, I think, last year. And this is called the Daynight Tritium Diver. Last time I checked, the names on all these may change, but you can recognize them on their website. Use my links below. And by the way, I have a very interesting note to tell you about that link. Stay tuned. So I reviewed this last year. This is a polycarbonate cased Deep Blue Tritium dive watch, quartz, not automatic. Really a great overall watch. I mean, for everything, not just diving, but adventuring. Fantastic, super lightweight. This is a Deep Blue Zulu strap that it's on. I think the sizing's perfect. I have dove this multiple times. It's fantastic. Just a great watch. It's one of those watches I could wear forever and just, you know, just be happy. Same with these two right here. But I don't know how long this video will be because I got to talk about two watches. It's a 2-for-1 WRV, but it will tag on to this review, which I may put in the description below. Now, I do review a lot of stuff here in the project. As you guys know, a lot of stuff. This, by the way, is a pug for tabletop decoration. 22 mag. I do kind of like it, I will say, if the manufacturer contacts me, usually through my Patreon donation service, and they just say a simple thank you. They don't have to give me free product. They don't have to pay me. But just say thanks. Hey, thanks for the review. We watched it. We liked it. Thanks for acknowledging our products. We put a lot of good work in them. We think they're great. It's good to see positive press on them. Thanks a lot. That's all I need. Guess who did that? Deep Blue. Deep Blue. Yeah, it was with my first review. They was like, hey, man. It was actually the CEO contacted me. Say, hey, man, I watched your review. Thanks so much. Because in that review, I said, I like this way better than a Seiko dive watch. It dominates Seiko and Citizen. And I stick by that. I think Deep Blues are better watches, especially for the money. If you don't believe me, go look at their website. Look at all the different variations. Look at the quality levels. Sapphire, automatic movements, all types of different straps and bracelets you can get with them. All that stuff. Yeah, so thank you so much, Deep Blue. We've communicated just a couple times. and he really appreciated TMPers, that's you guys, purchasing off my links. One upside to that, when you purchase off my links, is we can track how many units are sold, right? And then the manufacturer can say, hey, this is a community where we can do a special deal for. And that's what's happening right now. Did you just hear me? If you use my links for just these two watches, not this one, the polycarbonate, but for this one is the Deep Blue Daynight T100 Commander, and this is the Daynight 45 Tritdiver. These two watches, I'm going to show you different colorations and screenshots. You can save $100 if you use my link below, and it is just for the TMP viewing audience, and it is for a limited time. If you find this watch review, I don't know, a month after it posts, it's going to be too late because it's limited time. That's just the way they work. Yeah, but you'll save $100, $100 off their posted price. Now, you and I both know that Deep Blue does discount codes, and I love that. I've raved about that. I'm a value guy. I purchase all the products you see reviewed here in the project from Deep Blue, and I like using discount codes too. I think it's cool. There's other companies like Island Watch that refuse to do that, and it irritates me. It irritates me. And I know, they'll say, well, our prices are good enough as they are. Not really. Not when you go to like Deep Blue and you get like a really wicked dive watch for $150. Yeah, times have changed. Keep up. So here we go. WRV 2-for-1. I'll leave this one on the table because it looks awesome. The Daynight Diver. And I'm going to cover this one first in this 2-for-1 WRV. I'll try to go quickly. First things first, I dove both of these watches, this one, that one, way too much. You'll see the overlay video. Pacific Ocean. They look really good underwater. I may have gotten just a little carried away. Little too much footage. Probably about 20 minutes for each watch, which, by the way, equates to a lot of work. It ain't easy. It's hard filming underwater. It's hard. I got no camera crew. I got me. So I do it. I do all the traveling. I go underwater. I do all the camera work, all the battery charging, dealing with all the failures of equipment to get you that footage and to do a little bit of testing. Now, this isn't hardcore going to like 300 feet testing. I'm too scared to do that. I am. I'll take it to 30 feet and I'm good. Now, scuba expedition once in a while, usually I'm snorkeling. So I'll take it down 20 feet, 30 feet, hold my breath a while, get some footage, and that's the test. Better than most watch reviewers, I'll say that. You actually get dive testing with a dive watch review, usually here in TMP. Again, this is the T100 Commander. Something you need to know about both of these watches. Not this one, because this doesn't have T100 modules. This one does, and this one does. These have T100 Trigalight Tritium tubes. And I'm going to roll in some footage somewhere along the way about the incredible illumination on these. I've talked about T25 and T100 tubes. T100 are hands down my favorite. They last longer, they're brighter. Now, just like all tritium products, they're going to go dim over time. I can't help that. But unlike your gun sights, you're going to get a lot of use out of your watch. Did you hear that? Hey, I like trit sights too. For like a Glock, a SIG, I'm down. But one of my rants nowadays on my gun reviews is that, you know, the years go by so quickly. Next time I used a gun, well, not next time, but a couple years later, maybe not so bright. The thing with a watch is you're using it a lot. You can use it everywhere, right? The gun, you'll be lucky if you shoot it 6 times a year. Really lucky, especially with ammo cost nowadays. You're probably not going to shoot it at all with ammunition being as expensive as it is. There's one of those detours I talk about. Now, this is tritium also. It will go dim, like I say, but I'll give this, the T100 tubes, usable illumination. I mean, like really usable when it's dark, 10 years easy. Maybe longer. So T100 tubes, upgraded Trigalight. I like it. And that's why they wear the T100 moniker. So Deep Blue is telling you these have upgraded illumination. You don't have to shine a light on them, charge them. They're just always going to work. Another thing about at least these two versions, this one has stick hands, but these two have sword hands. This variation. Some of my favorite watches have sword hands. I just love them. These watch hands don't need any modifications by yours truly. Now, if you guys have been watching my watch show, you know that I have become adept at taking watches apart, changing the hands, painting the hands, doing what I need to do to make it appeal to me. And by the way, I'm wearing the watch that started me on that process. It's not a dive watch. I want to show it to you. It's kind of a funky watch. You guys may hate it. I love it. This is my EDC piece, the Nava Milano Metro. I bought it direct from France. There it is. Yeah, I know it's funky. I got enough testosterone to pull this off. I don't know if you do. I love this watch. This is the watch that made me want to start hands modifying. I know it doesn't have a seconds hand. I know it's very simple and very clean. It reminds me of a mundane watch. Very simple. Red hands. As soon as I saw this watch and got it in the mail, I was like, oh dude, I'm going to start making other watch hands look like that. Another detour. So sorry. This watch, the T100 Commander, the T45 Tritdiver, doesn't need any work. The hands are already white. Here's another positive thing. Do you see any shiny metal in the markers? Another rant of Nut and Fancy. There might be a minute amount on the applied markers. You can see the outline, the applied markers there. There might be a little bit, but I don't really notice it. I see pure white hands. The bases are black. I wish they were completely white, but that's close enough. And they're just, I don't know, monochromatic. Let's look at the T45. Same. Look at that. No shininess. Again, this is a T45 Tritdiver, all subject to change. One thing I love about this version, and it might be my favorite between these two, is that it has a very wide effective face, dudes. What does that mean? That means a space that the hands have to move around in. So from this distance to this distance, in this watch is an amazing 31.8 millimeters. This one will be more truncated because it does have a chapter ring, kind of a stadium presentation, deeper dial. And the effective face on here is like 28 millimeters, 27.6, which is interesting because this is a bigger watch. Isn't that funny? But this has a better effective face, which is something I love. Let's look at the marker set real quick on this. Notice we have brushed stainless steel ring on the interior of the case. This is an AR coated sapphire crystal on both of these watches. Usually that's what you're going to get with the deep blue product. You have T100 tubes at all the marker sets. Military time, positive date, kind of hard to read. That's pretty common with an NH35 automatic watch movement, which these feature. That's right, these are autos, not quartz. You don't have to worry about battery changing. Just reminding you that it's a T100 Tritium vial. Really good looking face. I love the seconds hand, also running a little tiny tritium tube in orange. Again, I don't have to do any modifying on these watches, nor would I. They're just perfect. Really love this one. This one is in the black and red coloration. I put the Zulu strap on it. Both of these versions came with bracelets. I will show you the bracelet before the video ends. Really good looking watch. Sword hands. This is a ceramic inset bezel with a nice loom pip at the 12 o'clock position. Let's check out the bezel action. I'll rate it from 1 to 5. Very minimal backlash. 120 clicks, sandproof, proven by yours truly. I'll give the bezel a 4.5 on that one. On the T100 Commander, wow, just a tiny bit of backlash, very little. I actually like the bezel on this, maybe even a little bit more. I'll give that one a 5. That's a really nice bezel action. Here's the serrations on the bezel. Very prominent bezel on the T100 Commander, so it's going to be a little bit thicker. It's going to have bigger serrations on it, or knurling if you want to call it that. Here's a T40, am I saying that right? Yeah, the Daynight 45 is what I should say. Pronounced bezel though, easy traction. It worked with gloves under the water. I just love timing bezels. I use them for everything. I think you guys do too, not just for diving. Both of these have knurled crowns. I'm sorry, this one only. I was thinking of another watch. Screw down, crown protectors. NH35 movement, we get hacking, hand winding. What more do you need, really? I mean, really, what more do you need? Here I'm winding the movement. I love this crown right here. I love it. The knurled one, so excellent. Screw down. Both feature 300 meter water resistance. And no, I didn't test that. Sorry, I'm not doing that. Not just because I'm scared, and I am, to go that deep, but usually I'm alone. No one can free up their schedules to go when I can go. So I have to get this video done. I mean, I have to move. I move very quickly with all my testing. I don't mess around. That's why I can do this. So usually I'm alone, and I wouldn't go scuba diving to any meaningful depth alone. I just wouldn't do it. Another reason is time. So to do that, let's say I did dive this to like 200 feet. That's a lot of time. Decompression, more logistics, tanks, all that stuff for one watch review that honestly very few TMPers watch. I'm probably getting about a 5% engagement with my watch reviews. That's so sad. I'm going to post this one on the A channel in hopes of changing that, to get you guys addicted to the watches. They are so fun. Oh my gosh. So fun. Look at the comments below, guys who have deep blue. Oh, it's got a merit badge. Pacific Ocean tested, engraved by me. I think this is 2021 is when I first started diving this, and it's gone on expeditions on 2022 as well. Like I said, I got carried away. We got, I believe these are 24 millimeter lugs. I could be wrong on that. I don't think I have my measuring device here, but I'll show you the stainless steel strap here in a sec. Our bracelet. Nice case back. Not see-through sapphire on this version, even though this is an NH5 automatic movement. Once again, let's just leave that right there. This is also a deep blue strap, the James Bond coloration. Super cool. Gray and black, two-piece deep blue strap. Emblazoned with their name right there. So cool. You can get this at their website. Look at the face here. So we do have the chapter ring, a little bit deeper. Same type of date, same hands. A little bit different illumination treatment because we don't have the tritium vials on all the markers here. 316L stainless steel, and that's some dive wear right there, boys and girls. So that's banging it against some coral and rock, no doubt, and I hope you guys do it as well. Your watches always will look cooler when they're thumped on. As long as you don't need to sell them. If you need to sell them, like if you're just investing in watches, I recommend wearing them very lightly, because most people don't like that. I do. I don't have a problem at all buying a used watch that's all beat up. As long as the crystal isn't all scratched. If I get the crystal scratched, I'm not interested. But if it has case marring on it, like I have some marks on this one here from testing, I'm okay with that. I don't freaking care. So this one, let's see, the Military Commander's 5.2 ounces, and I think this one is 5 ounces. So they're very similar in weight, and that's without the stainless steel bracelet on it, which I'm going to show you right now. And once again, they do come in some great colors. This one, the Daynight 45 Tritdiver, comes in like green. I saw black and blue version. And let's see, a Pepsi color version, which will be very popular. Black and blue version. This, I love the red and black version. I, for some reason, really love the green version. But the classic black, how can you go wrong when it's this bold? And there's been some Seiko watches I've brought to the table, like the Turtle. I didn't like them, and they were classic black, but they just presented so tiny. Like the SRP 777, I just didn't like it. I was like, in that color, it didn't do anything for me. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you about the coupon code. Again, it's going to last for a short time. It's going to save you $100. Use the link below. Now, I'm not sure if you want to buy one of each, if you can put that in the same order. They sent me an email and they explained it, but I forgot. I don't know. It'll be self-evident when you add to cart and you check out. You're going to use that link, and I think the link itself is what gets you the price. I'm not sure if there's a coupon code. If that changes, just look in the description below and I'll say it. Now, for you guys that missed it, sorry, subscribe, be a donor to my Patreon environment, join the clubhouse. Those guys get first licks at everything I do. Special edition knives, great deals like this. I don't know what to tell you. I've been telling guys to come to the donation environment forever, and I have some great guys and gals there that have been there for many years. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. These watches are fantastic. They have great illumination. They're super fun to wear. I don't think they cost that much for the quality you're getting, especially if you get them for the price that you're going to get them for. I mean, they're listing these for $300, and for $300, they're a good deal. Sapphire crystal, AR coated, NH35 movement, bulletproof construction, total water resistance. Oh yeah, the bracelet. Almost forgot. Here it is. Solid link H pattern bracelet. Double clasp, 3 micro adjustments on it right here. I have these two pieces taken apart with the spring bar gone, but that's what it looks like. All milled inside. Let me open this up and show it to you. Right here. Not stamped. So if you guys like bracelets, I think you'll love this one. I've shown them before. I travel with these watches, and so usually I'm trying to shed weight in my baggage. So if I have a watch that weighs like 8 ounces and I have, I don't know, going out to the coast, 20 of them, it adds up. But I wouldn't be opposed to wearing this. I think it's a comfortable stainless steel bracelet, super high quality. I think it's easy enough to adjust. And you can get them with a silicone strap, which you'll see on this Alpha Marine 500 in orange. Another favorite deep blue dive watch. Dive proven also. Let's write the bezel on this, by the way. I'll say 3.5 out of 5 on this particular one. It's good, but it's more positive and louder on these two watches. Great looking color. And this is a fully loomed face, dudes, as I've said many times. And so is the bezel on this. This is an Alpha Marine 500, and they sell out all the time. This is the strap that you can get on your T100 watches. So these are proprietary. Deep Blue puts these together. They're very stable, relatively comfortable. I mean, I sweat under them quite a bit, so I have to wear it kind of loose. But with a heavier watch, it stabilizes it so nice. And they come in some great colors. I think what they'll offer on the T100 watches are just black versions, just like this one. So this is another deep blue watch. Super cool wave watch, by the way. Sorry, the coupon code won't work for this one. No, you can use my general link below if you want it. This is a cool wave watch. I bought it on Deep Blue's website for, I think, after coupon code, $130. Automatic movement. Fantastic value. I just love Deep Blue. There you go. I'm done with the review. Not exactly feature length, but we had fun. We talked about a lot of different stuff, including sub hunting, apparently. Gun on the table, and some great dive watches. Competitive options. Go watch all my dive watch reviews. I don't want to make this one too much longer. One I will mention very quickly, I will put a link below because I do like giving you guys competitive options, is this one. This is called the Duca dive watch, and it is fantastic. It's an automatic Seiko movement. It does have a couple quirks to it. One is that I would really love to hands mod these hands and make them pure white. Yes, I know I would lose the lume, but that case back pretty much can't be taken off with regular tool sets. That's a downside. It's an automatic, so you guys who don't hands mod, you don't need to care about it. I love the hammerhead sharks on it though. Really cool watch. Let's rank the bezel super quick. 4 out of 5. Pretty good. Although the knurling is not quite as good as this. Both of these versions are better, so maybe we'll downrate it to 3.5 out of 5. Great dive watch, so really good. Dive proven too. I've dove that watch as well. Nut Fancy project. Stay tuned. So much more to come. The gear addiction. I almost feel sorry for you guys for how much cool gear is coming your way. I really do. I wish you guys were multi-millionaires, and so will you when you see the reviews. Thanks again. Join the donation environment. Again, you get first crack at all this cool stuff there. Over and out.
Here's my sea turtle buddy, taking a snooze on the lava rock after grazing the algae. This is where I'm at. Pacific Ocean.